Marketsville, formerly known as Blair. It is a small, quiet Maryland town, much like a small, quiet town anywhere. No more than 20 families laid their roots here over 200 years ago, many of whom remain either on hill or in the town below. There are an unusually high number of children laid to rest here, most of whom passed in the 1940s. Yet, no one in the town seems to recall anything unusual about this time. To us, anyway. Yet, legend tells a different story. One whose evidence is all around us, etched in stone. Doing a documentary.
Yeah.
About the Blair Witch.
Oh,
have you heard about the Blair Witch?
Oh yeah, that's an old story. I remember Mr. Pierre was an old hermit. He lived up on a mountain. He had a place up there. He'd been there for a long time.
You've heard of the Blair Witch?
Several times.
Several times. And what was the first incident?
Well, I heard stories about her from people and neighbors and stuff like that, but also I saw a documentary on the Discovery Channel about her.
Really?
Yeah, about the ghosts and legends of Maryland.
Yeah, it's a story my grandmother used to tell us to go to bed early. Said if you stay up after dark and walk around the house too much, the Blair Witch will come and get ya. Sort of in the winter, I guess, the fall or the winter, 1940, some of the kids started disappearing, and nobody knew anything about why they were disappearing.
The creepiest that I ever heard was that two men were out hunting and they were camped near the cabin or something she's supposed to haunt, and they disappeared off the face of the earth. It's okay, Ingrid. I'm just telling a scary story, but it's not true. It's true.
It's not true.
Finally, one day, Mr. Pierre comes down into the market and he says, "I'm finally finished."
And what did he mean by that?
Well, I guess nobody knew it at first, but the police finally went up on the mountain and they searched his house and they found the bodies of 7 kids from the area. What he did was that he would take the kids down to the basement by twos and he would face one of the kids into the corner.
Really?
And then he would kill the other kid. And when he was done with that, he would take the other one out of the corner and kill that one too. And those were the 7 kids that were missing. And then they brought them out of the wood one at a time. Just was a terrible thing. Just tore the whole community up. He said on his court date that he couldn't take the eyes on him. He could feel the eyes watching him. That's why he made them face the corner.
The creepiest that I ever heard was that 2 men were out hunting and they were camped near the cabin or something she's supposed to haunt, and they disappeared off the face of the earth. It's okay, Ingrid. I'm just telling a scary story, but it's not true.
It's not true.